right, let's go back to here. Back to where we were. They do General Motors. Okay, here we are, Motors. Alrighty. So, General Motors, okay, not $185 a share, $71 a share. Hold on, it gets much better. This company's over years old. How old is NVIDIA? 20, 30 years old? Okay, so first number I got for you right here. Where is it? There it is, right there. Revenue per share. Revenue per share. $189 per share. NVIDIA, $6 per share. $180 book value. They have revenue per share at $16. Well, Motors has an 8 away with what 60 per share. Okay, they got revenue of $189 per share. Earnings per share, $5. Okay. Oh. Cash per share, $23. That's way more than NVIDIA. Book value, you buy General Motors, $72 per share. What are you getting? You're getting shares of a company that's worth $71 if it's a book value. Now look at it. It's $180 per share. The actual value of the company is $4 per share. The revenue for NVIDIA is what, $6, $7, something like that? General Motors is $187. The dividends are like 5 times the amount of NVIDIA. So why is it people keep buying NVIDIA and not General Motors? The numbers are much better. It's a 100-year-old company. They've been around. All right, never mind. SoFi, no, we already looked at that one. Nico. So I did a covered call on Joby at 650, and it went to 1479. Right. Let's take a look at Joby for a second. Jobi. Now, Nico, I know you've been here a couple of times. You are retired, but I get it. I need to sell it anyway, so I might as well get a premium. Hey, I'm going to agree with you. Okay. What are we looking at on Joby? Jobi. Oh, Joby. Oh, sorry. Joby. Interesting. Uh-oh. Drag the puzzle piece, make sure I'm a real boy. There you go. All right, so back to here. Joby. Joby. There we go. All right, give me a second. Okay, Nico. Joby. All righty. Interesting. Okay, Joby has no dividends, but let's take a look at the historical data for the fun of it. Okay, historical data is right over here. Okay, you get summary, news, research, chart, community statistics, historical data, profile, financials, all that kind of crap. Let's find out. Let's find it. Why isn't that? I guess not. Properly. So, Nico, why did you buy Joby? When did you buy it? You bought it at 1653. All right, last 30 days. Here we go. I'm looking at this for a second, trying to figure out why you bought this, Nico. Okay, here's the high. Drops back up, back down, 1650 right there. Okay, it went up. Now it dropped. 16, 14, 30. Okay, so Nico, I can't give you any opinion whatsoever without seeing everything. When did you buy it? Did you sell a covered call against it? Which one did you sell? Which direction is it going? When did you buy it? There's a lot of missing information. Can you throw... Well, I missed that question. Where was it? Can you throw some recommendations up for us? User 829191736291. What were your parents thinking when they met you? And when can you throw... Okay, so I don't give recommendations. I don't give tips. I take a look at what you want me to take a look at. So you give me a stock to take a look at. I'll show you what it looks like from my point of view. Now, my point of view is simple, safe, predictable, consistent, 1% per week. That's what I want. So anything you show me, I'm going to look at it as if I was going to buy it. And I give you my opinion on what I am doing. Palantir, still bullish? I don't like Palantir. They don't have dividends either. So the name of the show is Dividend Stock Talk. Okay? Investing in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow. And you're asking me about stocks that don't have dividends on them. So what am I supposed to say? Palantir has no dividends. So no. Jake, I love Exxon. I do. All right. So Joby, I have no idea why you did it. It has no dividends. And without seeing everything, I'm kind of clueless as what to say to you. That makes sense? Jake wants to take a look at American Airlines. You say all you want, but American Airlines, that's definitely going up. Okay, here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Up, down, up. That's what she's doing. What's the current price? $13.07. The 13 is going for 17. Well, that's more than 1%. Let's take a look at American Airlines. Okay, a year ago, we're at 14.19. The high of the year was toward the end of January. Thanks, Edgar. End of January, and that was 19.13. Well, from there, we bottomed out the beginning of April at $8.55. Well, from April, it's a nice steady climb. Look at that nice steady climb from April to where we are now. But what I want to see is the last 30 days. Now, there's a reason why I want to look at just the last 30 days. Because the last 30 days gives me a better idea of where do I think it's going to be by next Friday. Is this an opportunity for me to jump in either tomorrow or for Monday? Well, number one, I know who American Airlines is. I know what they do. So let's see what the numbers look like. What are the numbers telling me? Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at this. Up, down, down. Right here's where we are right now. 13.07. The 13s are going for 17. Let's do one on American Airlines. See what it looks like. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. Go to there. Go over here to 13. And let's do one at 13. Here we go. Buy one. One covered call American Airlines. 14 November. That's 14 November. We don't want 14 November. We want next week. Because 14 November is tomorrow. There's no time value left there. 21 November. That's what I wanted. Let's try this one more time. Buy one covered call, AAL, American Airlines. 21 November. This is why I tell people, read it out loud. Because, see, if I didn't read it out loud, I would have made a mistake. Has he read TikTok once? Spider-Man, yes, I go back and forth, Spider-Man. All right, I'm going to come to this one next. All right, let me finish up what I'm doing now. Wow, holy cow, you got a lot of questions over here. How old am I? Oh, my God, really? Did somebody really ask me that question? All right, all the intros right there. Enbridge, who's that? Enbridge, hell no. Enbridge, no dividends. You got money in Encode. No, I have no idea who Encode is. Enbridge, hell no. Oh, Stefan wants to take a look at Bank of America. Sit tight, we'll take a gander at that one. What are we doing over here? Sav! I have TSLL 21. We'll probably try to roll it. Okay, cool. Can get another 100 shares. 16, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's cool. What do you think on jumping in lower than my original 20? Okay, Sav, hold that thought. As soon as I'm done with a couple of these, we'll come back to that one. All right. All right, so here we go. Buy one cover call, American Airlines, 21 November. That's this coming, not tomorrow, but next Friday. The $13 call option. Here's my profit, 32 bucks. Here's my investment, 1,200. Think of it as a weekly cash producing asset. What am I paying for it? 1,200 bucks. Well, this week it's giving me 30 bucks. Not huge, but think about it. If I can get 30 bucks, 20 bucks, 30 bucks, 40 bucks, somewhere in that area, every single week for a whole year, and I get to collect the dividends, and I still own the stock, well, sign me up. I'm all for it. 1% a week is over 50% per year. So what is this one offering? Okay, 32.50. 32.50 divided by 12.68. Now 12.68 only because the cost of the trade, including commissions and fees, is 12.68. Maximum profit, 32.05. Do you remember the beginning of the video where I say I want simple, safe, predictable? Do you remember that part? Well, when I say predictable, I know exactly what my profit's going to be before I even do the trade. And when I say consistent, well, this is a weekly option. So this company, American Airlines, I can do a trade on this thing every single week. After week, after week, after week, until it hits my target. So if I'm buying it tomorrow morning at 13.07, and my target is 13, how much is that? Well, it's 2.5%. See that? 2.5%. Now, it's always going to come back to that one question that's going to eat at your brain. Okay, a couple of questions, actually. Number one, does it make sense? If I buy it tomorrow morning at 13.07, if I sell it at 13, I'm walking away with only $32. Okay, I get all my money back. That's 2.5% for 1 week. So let's save that one. Let's save it. That's not even a real one. What the hell am I looking at that one for? That's the wrong damn one. Well, don't know how that happened, but it did. All right, here it is right there. Okay. American Airlines, 21 November, the $13 call option. What is it costing me? 1,200 bucks. What's my profit? 32 bucks. Not a lot, but it's still 2.5%. 2.56%. Okay. %. There, we got 2 for today so far. Okay, we got 6 yesterday, 5 the day before, 5 the day before. We're on a roll. Get more than 5 or 6 every single day. So what one did we say we're going to look at next? TSLL. Sav, let's take a look at TSLL. What are we doing here? Uh-oh. Wrong one. All right, so while that's warming up, let's take a look at how am that happening. Can't have that happening. There we go. All righty. So Sav wants to take a look at TSLL. Let's get out of that one. Let's get out of that one. Let's get out of that. Let's go right there. What are we doing down here? Okay, it's not done yet. All right. TSLL. Oh, Sav, I'm going to know this. We look at this one, dude. What happened? Okay. Hold on. You get TSLL 21. We'll probably try to roll it. You bought another 100 shares at 1638. Kind of makes sense. Okay, now you lowered it from 21 to 16. Now, Sam, I'm not curious. Why didn't you wait for it to stop dropping? Because hey, here's stop here. Now she's dropping. Why here? Not wait for it to go lower. If it is going to go lower, does it go? And Bridges a no. AI, 9-year-old stock strategy, ask about stocks. Why not short and continue in the money? Okay, Gold Nugget, you're going to have to give me a little bit more detail on that because there's a few missing details to that statement. Why not short and continue in the money? What are we talking about? I need a little bit more information there. Check AES. NVTS is doing well. They took 100. Okay, seen that one. Check AES. To sell covered calls, you need to own the stock. Correct. Absolutely. JDC 1. How many shares of dividend stocks do you need to purchase in order to get a dividend payout? 1. How long do you have to own the stock in order to get the dividend payout? 2 days. Hello, is it possible to implement your strategy if I only have 5,000? Juan, absolutely. Good evening. How about stock called KO? Oh, you mean Coca-Cola? One thing I don't like about Coca-Cola, check this out. The current stock is 71 bucks. The $71 option is going for 30. I don't want the 14th. That's tomorrow. That's not going to do us any good. I want next week. Okay. So 71 is going for 77, which is 1%, if you like Coca-Cola. But look what's happening to Coca-Cola lately. Okay. She shoots up, pulls back. Here's the bottom right there. She shoots up. Yesterday was the high, and now it's coming back down. Okay, so it went from 67 to 72. That's $5. That's like a what? What is that? 67 to 72. That's $7. Right? 67, 72. No, it's $5. Right. That's like what, 8%, 7%, something like that. All right, let's get my chair. I got a lot of questions to go through. What are we doing? All right. GNPX. What will its earnings do to price? GNP. What the heck is GNPX? GNPX. Genprex. No options. Sorry, dude. AMD. Advanced Micro Device. No, I don't buy anything at the high. Do you see that right there? It's the high of the year. Yeah, no thank you. TLT. Interesting. iShares. Oh, lovely. 14, 21. 1, 4, 6. Huh. Okay, so 89. The 89's going for 79. Okay, do you see that right there? Okay, who came up with this one? TLT. TLT. 89.38. The 89 is going for 79. That's less than 1%. That's a no. Sorry. Joshua. CVX. Chevron. Interesting. 156.96. The 157s. Okay, who came up with CVX? Joshua. I love Chevron. Here we are right here. The 155. Okay, 155.58. So we'll be looking at the 156.97. 157 is going for 80 cents a share. That's less than 0.5%. Why would we want to do that? Okay. So NVIDIA gave Intel a boost in business. Thank you. Totally agree. Thank you, DC. Would you consider KRO? What the hell is KRO? Chronos Worldwide. Nope, I don't do monthlies. Who came up with that one? Okay, November, December, February, May. Those are months of the year. That is a no, no, and no. Yes, but NVIDIA also produced $4.6 billion in second quarter and grew by 56% from the same period. Not all companies do that. You're absolutely right. They don't do that because most of them only do it once. Okay? Because I'm pretty sure Netflix did that at one point. So did eBay do that at one point. So did almost every stock jump up ridiculously huge for 1 year. Okay? NVIDIA it's not a dividend stock, so no. James, how you doing? PLTR was a hell no to you yesterday, but today I got 170s. I'll be making a nice 50 plus, and it returns to 180. When it returns to 180. Keen, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. No, Keen, I'm not telling you what to do. Okay, you're asking my opinion. You asked me about PLTR. Well, PLTR doesn't have any dividends, so why would I invest in it? Okay, my assumption is you're probably not retired, so it probably makes sense to you. It just doesn't make sense to me. Thoughts on Apple? Nope, I don't. The high of the year. Do you see that? That's the high of the year. Yeah, no, thank you. All right, let's keep on going. James is it. Good evening. Matt, what's going on, Matt? Chase, good evening. Man in the mirror. Female behavior. Ooh, Auntie Shecky, good evening. John, hello. Christian, PKK. What is PKK? Christian, what's PKK? PKK. Preferred plus trust. No options. No thank you. John, General Electric. I love General Electric. No, not at the high of the year, I don't. Sorry. Ooh, SB 1981 wants to take a look at Conagra. CAG. Oh, now this one looks interesting. Let's take a look at this. Okay, here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at this thing. Sideways, down, then up. We're at 1743. The 1750s are going for 25. Not quite 2%, but more than 1.5%. So let's take a look at CAG. Last 30 days. Right there. What do you think? Take a look. Here's the 30-day high, 30-day bottom, where it was, where it is. Look at this. Up, down, up. Definitely going up. Look where the high of the year, the high of the 30 days is, right there. Bottom's right there. We're right here. Get all that space right there to go. Boom. Okay, 1743 to 1750s, 25. Let's take a look at Conagra. See what it says. All right, so let's get rid of this. Change that to that. 1750, there it is right there. Just one contract. At the market, there it is. And here's Johnny. Are you ready? Buy one covered call, CAG, that's Conagra. 21 November, that's this coming Friday. Not tomorrow, but Friday after. 1750 against CAG. Here's my profit, 36 bucks, max profit. The investment, total cost, plus what do you call it, commissions and fees, 1714. Let's see what that looks like. Calculator, 36 bucks. Divide that 1714. Gives me a grand total of 2.1%. What's wrong with 2.1% for 1 week? Whoops. Right there. There we go. Okay, what do we have here? Okay. 0.1%. There it is. CAG, 21 November, next Friday. CAG, the 1750, 36 is profit, 17 is the investment. What was it? It came, what was it again? 2.1%. Okay. %. We got 3 so far today. What else do we have? Twisted pasta. Why do you want to know how old I am? TSLL versus Tesla. TLT, we're looking at that one. Honestly, I think you should at least look at stocks your viewers are interested in. Just help us when we're a lot younger. Keen, I hear what you're saying. And Keen, I'm looking at what you're asking me to look at, unless I've already looked at it today. Okay, we looked at TSLL. We looked at Tesla. Tesla doesn't have any dividends. Yep, and it used to. Yep, I hear what you're saying. What about NVIDIA? I already looked at NVIDIA. NVIDIA is $185. It pays a 1 penny dividend. It has a $4.11 valuation, book value. That's all it's worth, $4.11. But it's going to cost you $185 to figure that out. Okay, Jake, ExxonMobil. Diana, the name says the 10-minute trader, not Dividend Stock Talk. Yeah, sorry, Diana. The name of the channel, okay, the show is called Dividend Stock Talk. Okay, the 10-minute trader. Okay, so it's Dividend Stock Talk brought to you by the 10-minute trader. Okay, so my daughter, 9 years old, she was the 10-minute trader because it had to be 10 minutes or less. And that was all the information. Okay, simple, safe, predictable, consistent, no way for her to lose. Great, 5 rules. Never buy something you don't want to own or don't know anything about. Number 2, never sell at a loss. Number 3, make sure the company's profitable. Number 4, weekly options only. And number 5, make sure all the numbers work. What am I buying it for? What am I selling it for? What's the premium that I'm collecting? What direction does it look like it's going? What does that mean? What should I do? They're all simple questions. Papa Bear wants to take a look at AbbVie. Let's take a look at AbbVie for Papa Bear. Come see Papa Bear. Here we go. AbbVie. ABBV. ABBV. AbbVie. What's going on there? Interesting. Quickly, let's take a look. Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at this. Up, down, up, down, up. So it's going up right there. But what happened today? Today looks like it could have stopped going up, and now it's coming back down again. Okay, 30 days ago, down, up, down, up, down, up. What's going here? That's a red day today. And it's the high of the day. High of the week, sorry. So 212 to 240. That's 38 bucks. That's more than 14% from here. 212 to 240. That's a $38 increase. No, wait a minute. $28 increase. So that's over 10%. That baby's ready to come back down again. All right. What else do we have? In my chair. We're running out of time. Running out of time. Time. Okay. Grant Michael, how are you today? Corey, what's going on? Cliff, good evening. Jeffro, what's happening? Spider-Man, Queen J, hello. What is that company? John, terribly sorry, dude. That's AbbVie that we're looking at now. I'm not quite sure what it was when you were looking. Lopegs, CNQ. What the hell is CNQ? Anybody? CNQ? CNQ? Canadian. That's not going to be what we're looking for. All right. I'm going to say no to CNQ. Who came up with that one? Lopegs. The reason why I'm saying no to CNQ, check this out. The stock price is $32.55. Okay, if I buy that $32.55 and sell it to somebody else at $32.50, I'm getting 50 cents. That's not that bad. Why don't you check that one out? Look at where we are right there. Hold on, let's do this. Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at this. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, so she's in an upward trend right there. How high can she go before she's done? What do you think? Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at this. Down, up. Yeah. Okay, up. I love when a stock goes up, but what happens when it gets too high? That's the high of the 30-day period right there today. Can it keep going? Well, it went from $29.75 to 32. That's 29 to 32. That's only $4. But still, $4 on a $29 stock is 10, 11, 12, 13, about 13%. That is about 13%. Are they going to take profits? Don't know. $32.55 to $32.55 is going for 50 cents. Let's see what that looks like. $32.50. CNQ. CNQ. Covered call. There it is. The $32.50. No, not December. I want next week's $32.50s. There it is right there. Alrighty. One contract. There it is. There it is. Are we ready? Buy one covered call, CNQ, 21 November. That's next week. The $32.50 call option. The stock is currently $32.55. So if I buy it at $32.55, I sell it at $32.50. Who sees that? If I'm buying it at $32.55 and I'm selling it at $32.50, $32.50. That's less than what I paid for it, but I'm still walking away with a profit. $35. It's cost me $3,200. That's right around, what's that, 1.1, 1.2%? Let's find out. Okay, $35 divided by 32.15 gives you a grand total of 1%. I was close, 1.01. See? 1.1%. If you like that company. I'm not going to put it up there. It's only 1%. But let me put it up there. People are going to say, why not? All right, and down there. All right, give it a minute. We'll upload this baby. There it is right there. And it was 1%, 1.1. All right, where is it? Where is it? Right there. Is that right there? There it is. CNQ, 21 November. The $32.50 call option. $35 the profit. $3,200 is the investment. What is it? 1.1%. That's 4. We need one more. We need one more. Who's got one? Who's got a hot one for us? ONEOK. Ugh, I never even heard of that. Let's go back here, back to the very beginning where we were. Move this over here so we can see what we're doing. And what was that? 1OK. 1OK. Sorry, can't find that symbol. That's going to be a no. Okay, Charlie Invest. We already look at MO. It's going to be a no. I mean, we already looked at it. Sorry. All right, Mike, JEPI. No. AI, Dividend Stock Strategy. Ask about covered calls. There we go. Hercules, Wally World. WMT. Now, we did Wally week. Everything look to me. Everything look to me. I have no idea what that means. Everything look to me. Yep, thank you, Diana. AbbVie, we already looked at that one. BMNR. So I did a covered call on Joby. Yep, we already talked about that one. KG4 Love. Verizon. Still have any shareholder value, or is it over? Okay, sit tight. We'll take a look at that in a second. Right now, we'll take a look at Wally World. Okay, high, low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Up, down, up, down, up. Okay, what's going on there? Okay, she pulled back from the high. Okay, there's your profit taken right there. Now she's bouncing up. What does it look like she's doing? Your 30-day high, 30-day low, up, down, up. We're at 102.54. The 102s are going for 320. The 103s are going for 250. The 104s are going for 205. The 105s are going for 167. Everything's over 1% there. If you like Walmart. Well, we do, because we did Walmart earlier during the week. Okay, it looks like it could be another interesting opportunity, except for what happened today. That big drop today. So I'm not quite sure if you still want to jump into Walmart after that drop. Okay, KG4, Verizon. Oh. What do you think? Here's your 30-day bottom, and she's shooting up. Your 30-day top. I don't buy anything at the top. And everyone only gets a pizza party. Yay! Okay. Varbizbin. NBIS. What is NBIS? NBIS. Nebis. Okay, I'm going to say no, only because, check this out. Here's the high here. She drops, retraces, drops again. If you really like it, wait for the bottom to show up. Okay, what else do we have over here? NVIDIA earnings tomorrow. Okay, TSLL pays a dividend. Yes, it does. NVIDIA earnings on the 19th. Yeah, but Rawless, I don't like NVIDIA. Okay? The reason I don't like NVIDIA is that 1 penny dividend. What the hell are you going to do that? You think, I think NVIDIA is a great investment. All right, Jeff, let me ask you this question. Okay? If the Supreme Court calls and says you got to divest and pay off all your investors and pay off all your debts, what are you getting? Seriously. Think about it clearly. It costs $185 per share to buy NVIDIA. The book value is $4.11. So if they have to divest, you get $4.11. And think about it this way. What does NVIDIA do? They make chips for artificial intelligence. Who are they going up against? Okay, they're going up against Tesla, which they got a shit ton of money. They do. Then they're also going up against China. It's not a city, it's not a state, it's a freaking country. They're also going up against India. Again, not a city, not a state, a country. Every country, well, a lot of countries are trying to be the best at the AI thing. Trying to be the best at the chip makers. Too much competition, in my humble opinion. Okay? And they're competing with Tesla. Well, Tesla not only makes chips, or not, they don't make chips. What do they do? They do a lot of shit. But here's the thing. They're on the cutting edge of it, what do you call that? AI. So they are going to be competing with Tesla. No, Tesla doesn't have just the robotics and just AI going for it. It's got so much more. I definitely wouldn't want to compete with a giant like them. And they have terrible dividends on NVIDIA. All right, let's keep on going. Yep, Sav, I got that one. All right. Yep, got that one too. NBiz got that one, got that one. All right, let's keep on taking these questions. Gil, yep. That's all we are getting at Verizon. Okay. Oh, Ford. All right. KG4LUL. You bought Microsoft in 97. Cool. Gabriel, how do you plug specific stocks into Thinkorswim calendar? Oh, Gabriel, that's an easy one. You ready? Gabriel, you ready? Here we go. First thing you want to do, come up to the top left hand corner. See where it says watch list? Right next to watch list is this little square here. You click on that little square and this drop down window pops up. Okay, towards the bottom of the drop down window says create a watch list. So if I create a watch list, this window pops up. Now I can put whatever I want into this little square right here. So let's put in whatever we want. It's going to look something like this. You ready? You're going to love this one. Ready, Gabriel? Watch this. There's my name right there. See it? All right. Then after you put whatever name you want to put in there, come down here. You have two choices. You can add symbols one at a time, or you can import a list on a CSV file, comma separated value. Okay, so you can import the list, or you can do them one at a time. Let's import a few of them. So we're going to click right here, add symbol, pops up right there. Okay, so let's put in a couple symbols. You ready? Now, I'm not going to do a lot of work here. I'm going to make it as easy. I'm going to use just the down arrow on my keyboard. So I'm going to put in the letter T. I'm going to hit the down arrow, and there you go. It's right there. F, down arrow, D, down arrow, double D, M, S, F, T, D, E, L, L, INTC. What else do we got? Oh, Home Depot, HD. Harley Davidson, HOG. Or what else? Lowe's, Procter and Gamble, Philip Morris, Macy's, Kohl's. Okay, you can add however many symbols you want. You can add them one at a time, or you can just import the list. Once you do that, you click on import. Okay, sorry. Okay. Oh no! Damn it. I hit the wrong button. I hate hitting the wrong button. Okay. Then I want to hit save. Why isn't that saving? The name is too long. That's what it was. Now I'm going to hit the save button. Okay, after you do that, the name I had was too long. Okay, after you import your stocks, hit the save button. Okay, now come on over to the watch list right here. The calendar. You click on this little symbol right there. Personal, because the personal list I just created. There it is right there. That's the one I just did. There you go. That's how you do it. Okay, Gabriel? So now what I'm going to do, Gabriel, I'm going to go back over here. Click that. Come all the way down to the bottom where it says delete. And then I'm going to delete that one I just did because I don't really need it. And yes. Alrighty, hopefully that answered that question. Now, we have some more questions. What else do we have here? All right, consistency, BMNR. Why the hell are we looking at that thing? BMNR. Bitmine. Okay. Now, BMNR. BMNR increased distance. And do they even have any? Oh, and there's error. Come on. Historical prices. I want to look at the dividends. And it's taking too damn long. All right. I'm not going to do it. All right. So here, BMNR, she's dropping like a rock. Look at it. Drop, 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 drop. And you got one bottom there. She went up. She went back down again. No. It just doesn't look that perfect. Not that perfect yet. 55 messages. Holy cow. Friendo, is the economy worse now or in 2008? It depends on how you look at it, actually, because it depends on where you are. You know, where were you in 2008 and where are you now? Now, 2008, my family was still all living together. Now we're not. So, not so good. Okay, user 6834, SCHD, hell no. Check out the profits on SCHD. See what you think. Come on, why can't I see these historical prices? Come on. Look at that. BMNR has no dividend, so why are we looking at it? SCHD. SCHD. Let's take user 6834, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Now touch me, babe. Why isn't it loading? Why isn't it loading? I don't like SCHD because the dividends just ain't there. AES. V. Why are we looking at XE? CHD. Who came up with this one? Came up with SCHD. Let's go back as far back as we can go with SCHD. And we only go back as far as 2011. Not quite 20 years. But let's check out what the dividends look like. Okay, 2011, 4 cents. 4.6, that's 8, that's up. 6.8, that's higher. 6.9, that's higher. 8.6, that's higher. 6.6, that's lower. Higher, 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 lower, higher, lower. Higher, lower, higher, lower, lower, higher, higher, lower, higher, lower, higher, higher. Higher, lower, higher, lower, higher, lower, higher, higher. Lower, lower, higher, higher, lower, higher, 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 lower. Do you see it goes down more than it goes up, or goes down the same amount of time it goes up? It's just not consistently profitable. Why would I do that? Subash wants to take a look at XLV. Now I'm going to say, what the hell is XLV? XLV. We'll put you Yahoo Finance. Here we go. Healthcare Select Sector SPR Fund XLV. Here's the dividends: 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 16, 15, 14, 13, 11. Again, not 20 years. All right, well, let's keep on going. 18.8, lower, higher, 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 lower. 20, 26, 26, 30, 23, 27, 27, 34, 39, 38. Okay, same thing. Not consistent profitable. Going up, going down, going up, going down. You guys can do whatever you want. You ask take and it's not what we're looking at. Why the hell you think about it? So Adam wants to take a look at AES. AES. Okay, Adam, here we go. Unfortunately, Adam, this baby's count. Look at this. Here's the high, here's the low. Up, down, down, up, down. It's coming down at the moment, Adam. Sorry, dude. Wait a little bit longer. Spider-Man.